Hey, what's going on, guys? How's everyone doing? Happy Sunday. Let us know in the chat where you're coming in from. Where are you representing today? Where are you planting the flag? Listen, I'm here. Worcestershire, Hungary, South Africa, Coventry, Scotland, Derbyshire. I'm actually representing Devon, UK, Latvia, Serbia. Wow, look at that. Australia, Stockport, Denmark, Jersey. Love it. Amazing, guys, amazing. Well, welcome to the call, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Sunday morning call. Um, Before we get into it, I just quickly want to share something because we did have some crazy people get some like crazy results in the week. Shout out to everyone making money. Drop an M in the chat if you've been making money with us this week. Let us know. Let us know. 330 up first week in G Food. Look at that. Crazy. Leo just printing it. Katie mastering it. Candyman. This guy's just taking the piss now, to be honest. Um, just printing it, just making money. Fantastic, man. And there's still people skeptical. Okay. Guys, as you can see, there's people here making some actually good money. Amazing, right? Love it. Um, so yeah, you see, I build the business by sharing other people's results I do. That's how I build it. It's a lot easier that way. But anyway, listen, I wanted to talk about obviously mindset, right? And I wanted to sort of share, like, I wanted to, by the way, we've had some rank advancements as well this week. We've had people go gold, silver, executive. It's going crazy. Also, guys, make sure you're populating the lifestyle mastery group rank up section as well with people that have gone, ranked up. All right, amazing, cool. So I wanted to share really quick when I flew out to meet Bob Proctor for the first time. I met a guy called Mike Jex. Okay, some of you may have heard of him. He's actually a diamond in my previous company. He was the guy that I said that I share. Whenever like I close out a presentation, I always share that I met someone making 120,000 a month. Some of you heard me share that story before. And he was actually in network marketing for like 16 years, right? So at this point, I was like in network marketing, but I hadn't really done anything because I didn't really know what I was doing. His name's Michael Jex. I think he does something to do with like real estate or something now, or I'm pretty sure he works with Timberland, the producer. He's a pretty well connected guy, but he used to work in Foot Locker, and someone introduced network marketing to him, and then he just got good and just made it. Um, but anyway, I said to him, during the break, because I sort of like built up the courage to go over to him and say, just ask him some questions. I was like, Mike, like, first of all, congratulations on your success. I'm in network marketing. I'm thinking about going all in really quick. For someone looking to become successful in this industry, what's like the biggest nugget you can give me, right? And I'm ready, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm ready. I'm like, here we go. Do you know what I mean? I was like, do I need to record this? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is it. And he went, bro, honestly, I'm gonna tell you exactly what my mentor told me. You're not gonna like the answer, but he said you gotta believe. So imagine, I want you to imagine someone gave you the answer. And I'm like, I'm kind of half like annoyed. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, come on, like, break it down a little bit. Like, what I've got to do. Do you know what I mean? What have I actually got to do though? Like, to get to 120,000 a month. He's like, bro, honestly, like, long story short, you know what I mean? Long story short, the root cause is you gotta believe, right? And I'll be honest, like that sent me down a track of like really believing. For those that know, I actually went on then to be mentored by Holton Bugs, and he said the same thing. He said the same thing. It was like, hey, listen, Holton, what makes you different to everyone else? He said, no one believes like I do. I'm like, this is an interesting trend that seems to be going through, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to really start. Yes, okay, I need to read GoPro, listen to GoPro. I need to obviously master the physical skills. But really, what separates the because anyone can learn the 7 skills to building network marketing, right? Anyone can learn how to analyze a chart and make money, right? It's not rocket science, guys. Just takes a little bit of commitment. Takes probably 30 days of studying and obviously 6 months to 9 months to 12 months of actually practicing. But anyone can master the physical things. What makes the key difference is believing. And I'm like, this is just it's just an interesting subject, man. So it's just one I've always been interested in. So I actually asked for those that know, I mean I love words. So if you ask Siri what belief means, right? The word belief means to accept something as true without proof. That's what it means. The word belief means to accept something as true. So everything else is false. To accept something as true without actual proof. Okay. And if you look at the word belief, it's crazy how, I've got this word on my desk here, this little thing. It's always on my desk. It's always been with me for years. And it just says believe, right? And I'm going to share with you why I've got that on my desk in a second. But if you look at the word, it says be, so be, right? And then lie, the word lie, right? So you've got to look at your situation and you've actually got to actually start lying. Some of you are too honest. Some of you are like, I'm broke. I'm like, yeah, I get that, bro. I get it. And I respect your honesty. But, you saying that, right? It is not helping the situation, right? Because obviously that person obviously doesn't understand, the laws of the universe and how creation is made. So like you have to actually lie, not to people. You have to lie to your subconscious mind, right? You have to start working your subconscious mind to actually sell it essentially on accepting this new idea, which yet isn't even it's not physically true, isn't it? There's no proof. So you're telling your subconscious mind, hey, listen, I'm earning 10,000 a month. I'm a blue diamond, earning 100,000 a month. I am, whatever you desire and whatnot, whatever your goal is, right? That's what you're saying. But your physical senses, your conscious mind, your thinking mind is constantly denying that. So we have to really study how to manipulate our environment so that we can actually manipulate our subconscious mind, right? And start to create new belief systems. So it says in the Bible, now this is not a religious thing, but it says in the Bible that we get the desires of our heart. Drop a yes in the chat if you understand that you can actually get quite a lot of, success information from the Bible, and you understand that the Bible is based off of like, universal truths, right? That have worked for many, many people. And obviously churches and different things and there's loads of different perceptions on it, and it's been like kind of like misconstrued and communicated for ages, right? And a lot of people just believe whatever they want to believe, and they run down this like path of perception that they believe is true until they actually stop and think, like, why do I believe what I believe? Like when someone says to me, "Hey, it sounds like a pyramid scheme," I'm like, why do you believe that? Why do you actually why is that? And a quick thing, guys, is that if you believe something and you can't explain why you believe it, it's not your belief. It's not your belief. You've inherited it from someone, and I'm just hoping that someone that you've inherited it from, has the results that you want. So if they haven't, that's when you have to start to, that's why I love these calls, because these calls are for me to get better at understanding this information. Number one, the teacher learns the most, but number two, obviously, you can invite people to it, and we can just say, listen, this is what matters most, really. You can go out there and do the work all week if you want to. Fantastic. But you know what? If you're not taking care of your mindset, if you don't understand this information, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to have the posture and the confidence of your future. Does that make sense? Like I have people say, man, you sound like that. They sort of look at me like I'm like delusional. It's not that I'm delusional. I look like this information. I'm not confident in Jake Parton. I'm confident in this information. I don't actually believe in Jake. I believe in this. I believe in this book. I believe in what the Think and Grow Rich says about Jake, right? And I really lean on that foundation. To be honest, I lean and I propel my entire posture and confidence on the system of success. Yeah, universal laws. So a desire, guys, is a strong feeling of wanting something. That's what a desire is. A desire is a strong feeling of wanting something. Okay. So obviously, if we get the desires of our heart, what we need to do is we need to change what we're desiring. We need to change what we're desiring, right? Because what you have right now is a manifestation of previous thinking. And if you are right now going through a time of like patience, if you are right now going through a time of like transition, but you know you're doing all the right things that I'm going to talk about in this call when it comes to how to believe intentionally, how to manifest intentionally, how to use the law of attraction intentionally, because everyone's using it. We're always believing for something. The universe don't stop. You don't go, oh, do you know what? David's not thinking. Let's just pause, and then, and you're like, yeah, can we start manifesting now, please? Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. It's constantly attacking, right? And you have to get very good at really controlling your thoughts, really controlling your emotions, and protecting your environment, and being a intentional manifester. Okay, so we get the desires of our heart. Desire is a strong feeling of wanting something. Okay, how do we build our desire? How do we build our desire? First of all, how was the desire that you have for the life that you have today? How was that built? So if your life today is a manifestation of the desires of your heart, how was that built? Right? So as a baby, we're born and we're born an empty cup, aren't we? We're born an empty, just a blank canvas. And whatever we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch on a daily basis creates the desires of our heart. Here's the crazy thing though. You see, the subconscious mind doesn't know what's positive and what's negative. Did you know you can actually want to be rich but desire to be poor at the same time? How mad's that? You can want to be in a flourishing, successful, happy, passionate relationship, but desire to be in an abusive, narcissistic relationship at the same time. This is why you see people, they go and repeat the same cycles over and over. I found a new man. Yeah, I know, but you're the same person. So what's going to happen is you're going to end up manifesting the exact same relationship through that different man. Unless you go back to the drawing board and say, do you know what? Maybe it's not all these men. Maybe it's not all these women. Don't worry. This is me. This is me as well. Maybe it's not all these crazy women. Maybe they're not all crazy. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe I need to go and take a look at the mirror and say, Jake, why are you manifesting all these crazy women? And I took responsibility. I had to start changing the way that I was thinking. I had to start changing my standards, what was important to me. Well, Jake, she wants to go out all the time. But where'd you meet her, Jake? In a nightclub. Okay. So you went 2 seconds. So you met her in a nightclub, you get with her, and then she wants to go out all the time. And you're surprised by that. I was like, maybe I need to maybe go into like a different place. Met my wife at a seminar. Made sense, right? I was like, this makes sense. So hang on a minute. So this lady's on a growth journey without me. Anyway. That's attractive. So guys, do you know what I'm saying? So you have to change you. And when you change you, you change what you attract, right? So so how do we change what we desire, right? Obviously, like I just said, the word eyes, and I've told you all to do this many, many times. Remember, these calls can be just a reminder because obviously I need this information repeated every single day anyway. Like I just said, that's how we learn. So how we relearn is by repetition. So the word eyes, the last three letters spells yes. Yes. Whether it's a negative or positive. This is why I'm very, very strict with who I communicate with on a daily basis. I want to talk to, associate with people that are moving forward, moving forward. So I speak to Jin, my business partner, right? We have conversations with people earning even more income. Okay. I don't necessarily associate with people that are not within GFU. Why? Because I'm in GFU. Why would I go and get a mentor outside of the environment that I want to be successful in? You're going to be pulled. See, I don't want to be a coach. I want to be a blue diamond. Oh, oh, wow. See, I don't want to be a network marketing coach. I want 100 directors. Who are you listening to? Who are you listening to on a daily basis? Who are you taking advice from? Who are you talking to? Frequency, phone, like a phone number is a frequency. And there's loads of different frequencies. Think about ever thought about that? How many people are in the world? Everyone's got a different phone number. Doesn't that blow your mind? Are they ever going to have to add a number? Do you know what I mean? How many more combinations do we have? Like, that's crazy, right? It's mad, isn't it? Everyone you meet, they got a new number, different. And guess what? If you call me, you're on my frequency. Guess what? You're gonna have a guess about what you're gonna talk about when you're talking to Jake Parton. It's either gonna be one of three things: successful relationship, getting in the best shape of your life physically, or making more money within network marketing. Are you all agreeing? That's the only three conversations you're ever gonna have out of Mr. Jake Parton. So if you call me, you know that's it. And there's people that don't call me. And there's people that go to other people for advice. And it's not that I want you to call me. It's not that I'm not saying Jake. I'm not saying blow my phone up. What I'm saying is, who are you listening to? That's what I'm getting you to think. Think like me. I'm talking about your gold leader. Go to your gold leader, whatever whoever you're working with. But if I've agreed to work with you, or if my mentors agreed to work with me, I'm going to make sure that I'm working with my mentor. That's all. Why? Because let's go back to that word eyes. Even if you don't think you want it, if you keep seeing it, your subconscious mind will accept it. So even if you think you don't want it, right? So you open up your bank account and you're just seeing struggle. That's what you're seeing. Okay. Your subconscious mind's like, wow, okay, we are seeing that. We don't see that as a lot or a little. We don't see it as big. We don't see it as small. We see it, that's what it is, and we're gonna go ahead and manifest more of that. Because a lot of people, they're so emotionally involved with where they are or where they're not, should we say, right? That's what they do. They focus so much on where they are. This is what Bob Proctor says. If you want to get out of debt, you don't want to focus on debt. You do not want to focus on debt if you want to get out of debt. You focus on prosperity. Now you make a payment plan over here where a little bit of money goes into paying off debt every single week, every single month that you're not even thinking about, even noticing. Your main focus needs to be prosperity. If you think about debt, you're going to attract debt. You may get out of debt temporarily, but you'll be end up back in debt because your goal was to come out of debt. This is what I say to people. I never once had a goal to quit my job when I was in network marketing. I never once thought about quitting my job. Not once. Why? Because I didn't join to quit my job. I joined to become a millionaire. Just being honest. Like obviously quitting my job was going to be on that path. So I never thought about that. I never actually thought, hey, listen, I can't wait to be at 2,000 a month. I thought, wow, I'm gonna go Black Diamond. I'm gonna, in my previous company, I'm gonna go 15, 20,000 a month. Like that was more that I've always focused on what I wanted, not what I needed. Get off needs. You're an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs don't think about needs. Entrepreneurs think about wants. Makes sense. If you want what you need, just get a job and you'll get what you need. I don't know who was it. Who was it? I think it was Holton Books on one of his latest reels. It was like, listen, if you want a good life, just go and get a job that pays, anywhere between, 100,000 to 200,000 a year. Spend time with your kids, have a good life, man. But if you want a great life, you have to change what you want. You have to change the way you think. I'll be honest, man. If I'm being super honest, whenever every conversation I have with Bob Proctor, the reason why it made me feel super uncomfortable is because Jake, what's the top rank in the company? Every single time, like, because I used to be one where if I saw Bob, look, because obviously, when you're working with like Bob's wife, Linda, and you go to events, obviously Bob's at every single event because obviously they're just there, husband and wife, and it's weird. You just see him like holding hands, just walking around the event. And they'll be like eating food, and I'll be like, my paradigm will be like, you can't go over there and like interfere with their food. But my goal, before you know it, I'm already walking towards the table. So my goal is just like taking me there. And I was like, you're right, guys. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. And Bob was like, right, what rank are you, son? He's very straight to the point. Bob was like, he's like, when it comes to time, Bob was like, let's get to it. I know why you're here. What rank are you, son? I was like, platinum. And he was like, what's the other? And he looked at Linda and said, what's the top rank in the company? She was like, triple crown diamond. And he goes, Jake, I would go for triple crown diamond and nothing less. This is how Bob Proctor talks. And it made me think, man, do you think people, whenever they play a sport, whenever they join anything, they want second place? If you were racing and you showing up at the race, yeah, man, I'm coming for second. You're not, are you? You're going to go for first place. Now, regardless of where you place, you can still create a successful life and a successful career on a professional level, finishing second, third, fourth, fifth. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? You can still create an amazing life. What I'm saying is, and this is just the trait of a successful person. A trait of a successful person is, I want to be the best. I want to be the best. But don't just think I want to be the best in the company. Think I want to be the best in the industry, but not just in the industry. Think I want to be the best that I can be. This is the really this is the real key. So don't compare yourself to someone else's. Think about who is the very best version of me that I can become. I was watching a podcast yesterday. Somebody obviously don't like him. I don't agree with everything he says. Andrew Tate. I don't agree with everything he says, but I do agree with a lot of what he says. We got different views around women, but when it comes to life, when it comes to like male success, he knows what he's talking about. And I was thinking, the best thing my son can do really to secure his future is to get in the best physical shape possible and learn how to sell. Learn how to sell. Learn sales. That's the best thing I believe any man can do. And any woman, in fact. Like What's going to make you different? What's going to make you stand out? You are in complete control with how you look and how you feel. Drop a yes if you agree with me. You are in complete 100%. See, you're not in control with who gets started in your business and who gives you their credit card details and when people say yes and what the market does. You can't control any of that. But you can control how attractive you are. You can control what your Zoom background looks like. You can control what clothes you choose to wear. You can control if you smell. You can control if your teeth are white. You can control if you've actually done your hair, had a shave. You can control these things. You can control how many Facebook lives you do every day. I'm going to keep going, guys. You can control how many Instagram lives you do every day. You can control how many DMs you send out every single day. You can control all of these things that you can do. So can we just focus on becoming the best version of us and stop like putting attachment to anything outside of our skin? I promise you guys, that's really the key to happiness, you know. I keep saying it every single week. The only time you ever feel frustrated is when you are wanting someone else to do something that's going to benefit you. No one is coming to save you. Do you know, and this is a secret, I'm telling you, it's a bit of the truth. You know, when I woke up this morning, and by the way, you know, I all love you, right? I love every single person on this line. I do love you all. I promise you, I love you all, man. But when I woke up this morning, not one of your names I was thinking about. I'm just being honest, man. Not one. You know, I was thinking about me. Wow, I don't want to wake up right now. Wow, I want to sleep a little bit more right now. Wow, I'm aching like crazy right now. Right, I. It's not. I'm selfish, guys. You thought the same thing. Not one of you thought about. Not, oh, Jake Parton. How's Jake feeling today? Hope Jake's feeling all right today. Hope Jake's feeling. I hope Jake's in a great mood today. Hope Jake's body's not aching too much today. Hope Jake's gonna. No, none of you thought about me. You thought about you, right? So like, so that's a clue, right? The clue is like let's work on us. Do what we have. Do what we can control, and let God do whatever's supposed to happen for you in your life, right? Because your level of success is supposed to be your level of success. But the thing is, if you're not doing all that you can, you're not going to actually ever realize what was meant to be for you. That's the thing. I actually want to find out what's meant to be for Jake. I can't leave any stone unturned. That's why I get frustrated whenever I can't take action on my goals and I get frustrated. My wife knows, like, if it, is what it is. This is how we're wired, guys. I promise you this right now. My wife yesterday, it's my wife's birthday today, by the way. We're going for a beautiful meal. But yesterday she weren't feeling too good, right? And this is crazy. You know the first person I thought about? Me. I thought about me. I got goals to hit. See, I'm just being honest with you right now. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this to because this is just the reality of the situation, guys. The reason why that is because I don't want to leave any stones unturned. And I was there for all day. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm a good guy. Do you know what I mean? But I'm actually afraid of not fulfilling my potential, man. So let's get back to let's get back to it. All right, believe in the science of getting rich. Thank you, guys. I'll let her know everyone's going crazy for her. In the science of getting rich, the first principle of the science of getting rich is to get clear on what you want. That's the first principle. The very, very first principle, the start. Remember that quote, the start that stops most people. The start is get clear on what you want, right? And then you have to use your imagination. Okay, so your imagination, guys, the imagination is literally the workshop where are fashioned all plans created by man. The impulse, the desire is given shape, form, and action through the aid of the imaginative faculty of the mind. It has been said that any man can create anything which he can imagine. Okay, this is Think and Grow Rich, Jake. Not this is guys, not this is not Jake. If you are one of those who believe that hard work and honesty alone will bring riches, perish the thought. It is not true. Riches, when they come in huge quantities, are never the result of hard work. Not physically. Does that make sense? Like physical hard work. Physical hard work. The hard work, really, to be honest, guys, your imagination. Controlling your imagination. That's the hard work. So it's never the result of hard work. Riches come if they come at all in response to definite demands based upon the application of definite principles and not by chance or luck. Wow. Wow. One second, I got something else. Ready for this? The moment you reduce the statement of your desire and the plan for its realization to writing, you have actually taken the first of a series of steps which will enable you to convert the thought into its physical counterpart. So you have to get clear on it, and then you have to write it down. Because a thought, obviously we can't see it, can we? We can't see it. But the second you write it down, we can see that. We literally take it from the spiritual to the physical by writing it on paper. Now it's physical. Like this gold card here, it's physical. It went from like, I want this to boom, I want this. It's on paper. And I can touch it. And this is what Bob's so big on gold cards, because the second that you touch it, what you've done is you want to now get clear on it. So you want to clothe it. You want to put as many images, emotions, and everything around that particular outcome. What does it mean? What does this mean to you? What does this goal mean to you? So every single time you touch it, you're like, oh man. But more importantly, it reminds you of what you're wanting to manifest. See, people are so emotional. I've seen people quit so many times, guys. Like people, I've had diamonds quit my business because they lose the vision. Well, there's no vision, the people perish. No matter how talented that person is, what's going to happen is, guys, if you've had patterns in your life of getting in good shape and then losing it, making a little bit of money and then losing it, I do need you to listen just for the next 15 minutes because this is going to stop you from falling into that cycle. You do have to become an intentional manifester. You do have to become an intentional, someone who's intentional when it comes to their mindset. So when you imagine something that feels good, so when you imagine something good, we feel good. When you imagine something bad, we feel bad. Who's ever experienced that? Your imagination, your subconscious mind doesn't know what's real and what's fake. So in that moment, when you imagine something good, that's real. That's real. So what we have to do is we have to find out what makes us feel good. Like pay attention to yourself. Why do I feel good right now? What about that particular imagination, that image, that move, that mental movie makes me feel good? And then go because if you can get to know know thyself, know thyself. If you can know what makes you tick, you can really speed up your manifestation journey. A lot of people, they don't know what they want or even why they want it. They don't know who they are. They will walk up to a buffet of life and go, you ever seen that person who's just standing at the buffet for ages? Like, what are you doing? Like what me when I was a young guy, I never forget my dad took me into this shop. You know that brand Swatch watch. And he was like, Jake, you can have any watch you want. As a young guy, I was young. You know what I ended up doing, guys? I ended up crying my eyes out. Why? I couldn't make a decision. I never forget. It's meant to be a positive experience. It really confused my dad. He's like, do you know what I mean? It's like, Jay, it's one of those experiences I've never forgot because it was in the airport and it was just before we was coming home. And I remember being on the little coach journey on the way to the plane. I remember being on that coach, crying my eyes out. And I had a watch, but I was always thinking about, you know, was there any better watches? Is this the right one for me? Like, I just could not make a decision. So over the next week, I want you to be conscious about the decisions that you're making. Like maybe today, go up to an ice cream van and be like, what do I want? Honestly, little things, but like, I'm still getting buried right now. Yesterday I went to the coffee. I went to the beach. Quick side note: I went to the beach, and it was hot. And I do not know why I did this, Ashley, but I ordered a coffee, and I'm stood there. I think it must be out of habit. I'm stood there with a boiling hot coffee, sweating. I'm like, why did I order this? I don't want to drink this right now. You know what I did? I just ended up like just tipping it into the sand, putting sand over it, and getting myself an ice cold Diet Coke. I was like, that's more like it, right? What do you want, guys? What do you want, and why do you want it? Right? Are you thinking? I wasn't thinking, obviously. So, long story short, guys, the message of this call is this: don't take this manifestation game lightly, okay? Because you might feel good right now. You might be on a high streak right now. You might be, and fair play to you if you are, right? But I don't ever judge a person on when things are going well. I judge a person on when things aren't going well. I see who shows up to these calls when their business is thriving, and I see who shows up to these calls when their business is diving. Okay. Because that shows me who's genuinely on this for the real success, which is building a relationship to your creator. That's really what if you stay on this journey long enough, I promise you, you will come to the realization that that is really what success is. It's got nothing to do with the physical manifestation that we get. Because there's always going to be a new goal, you know. When you get to 10,000 a month, guess what you're going to want? 20. Because guess what? You'll get to 10, and if you don't set a new goal, you'll start to be depressed. Right now, it's like, yeah, no, shut up, mate. You're talking about Jay. Get to 10,000 a month. It's done, baby. Like, yeah, you'll be good for a week or two. You'll be good for a month or two. But I promise you, because you see that 10,000 a month, guess what it gives you, especially in this business. It gives you access. I was saying this to Sean and the Scottish lads. I was saying when you hit certain ranks in the company, you get access to have dinner with the right people. Does that make sense? And what happens is once you get access to have dinner with the right people, you're like fired up. You're like, yes, I've just hit gold. I've just hit platinum. Oh yes, I'm on fire, baby. But now you're eating dinner with a director and you're back to being broke. Right? Now you're on three-way calls with a blue diamond, and they're like, every time he sneezes, he makes 2,000. He makes 2,000, right? You're like, fuck. Because guess what? Your network's your net worth. So you've hit this rank. Fair play. Congratulations. You might be the biggest shark in your little pond right now, but now you're in a bigger room now. Take a look at these guys. You ain't done nothing yet. These guys have got multiple platinums inside their organization. You've still done well. Congratulations, but now there's a next level. So I promise you, when you do get to these ranks, that you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fired up, right? Maybe you'll look at your Instagram story mode a few times, or everyone who mentioned you in their story. And I'm a rock star, baby. I'm on fire. You'll shut the champagne and sparkling water, whatever you want to do. Have a pizza, um, right? And the next morning, you're on a Zoom call with someone who's earning 200,000 a month, and you're like, wow, I'm back to square one. I'm not doing anything. I need to level up. All right. So, is there any questions, guys? I'm excited for today's 5 o'clock call. Do you know why? Because there's a blue diamond talking on the line. So my eyes are gonna like this. You'll see me like this. Just watching, just observing, because I love intentionally manifesting. I'm going to a beautiful, like, where'd you go to eat, man? Like, I'm going to a beautiful place today to eat food. It's, guys, be intentional with your manifesting for sure, 100%. And I'll see you all on the 5 o'clock call. But yeah, we can start recording and we can take a couple questions.